Hi everyone, this is a tutorial to help you with a particular part of the Black Elephant Advent shawl design. Now I've reached the end of the central triangle section. I'm going to show you what to do when you reach the end of that section and you're about to start wing one. So I have, with colour 11, I have knit down the first side of the triangular section to the marker as it asks you to do in the pattern. This is wing one, row one. I've reached the marker, I've slipped that marker, and then I've slipped the first stitch to the right needle, and all the remaining stitches that were on the left needle have been slipped to scrap yarn, as you can see here. The bit I want to show you is what to do next, which is where you're using another provisional cast on to create the I-cord edge that will run along the bottom of the shawl. So what you will need is some scrap yarn again and a little crochet chain of around about 6 stitches. So then, continuing with your working yarn that is attached to your the second stitch on your right needle, the last one was slipped, and with your scrap yarn, your crochet chain, you're going to start from the knot end of this chain. This end has got a knot in it, and you're going to just pick up 2 stitches into that chain. Okay, so I've picked up those 2 stitches into the end of this crochet chain. Now, before you then turn your work to carry on working this half of the shawl to create the first wing, you're going to work a few extra stitches into these 3 stitches on the end of your right needle, which are now the new I-cord edge. The reason we need a few extra stitches here is because this part of the I-cord here is stretching around the bottom point of the shawl. This is sort of the bottom point of the triangle. We need a few extra stitches here, otherwise they're just going to be stretched out. They won't kind of curve around that point nicely. So to do that, what you're going to do is get your left needle, and you're going to slip those 3 stitches back over to your left needle. And here your working yarn, if I show you on the other side, if I can, your working yarn is attached to that 3rd stitch. That's fine, that's how it should be. And what you're going to do is just knit those 3 stitches back to your right needle. So you're just adding a few extra rows to that I-cord edge. Do the same thing again, slip those stitches back to the left needle. And again, your working yarn is still attached to that 3rd stitch. That's perfect. Knit those 3 stitches again back to the right needle. And do that one more time. Slip them to the left needle. Knit them back onto the right needle. That just creates a little bit of extra give, extra length in that I-cord. Okay, once you've done that, you're turning to the wrong side and you're ready to work row 2 as the pattern instructs. And this now takes you on to section 11, where you're working in garter stitch.